So we all know what Rampage Jackson's son did. It was live streamed to all of us, and even if you didn't watch the live, the clips that were going around were more than enough. And when I made my first video, there were still clips coming out that painted the bigger picture. Like, regardless of how you felt, you had to admit that smashing a beer can over someone's head isn't something you want to do to anyone. But that was what the clip showed, and it then cut to Raja jumping in the ring getting his quote-unquote revenge. However, it came out that Stu actually apologized to him 3 times hours before the fight after realizing that he made a mistake.
Kalia, Rampage. That's how we
No, bro. No.
Go ahead, Stu. Just fucking seal that.
I'm
sorry, bro. I apologize.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were camera.
I get it.
We're working out. Well, he gonna come out on your mat, Juice. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you know
what I'm saying, Oz? We're always working.
And see, even like I said in the first video, Stu saw the cameras and thought this was his chance to make a scene. This was his 15 minutes of fame. He didn't do this because he thought Raja was some pussy like he was crying about after he almost killed him.
Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dog? You can't cry about something that was already resolved hours earlier. Like, the people who were watching this beating on stream were probably like, what the fuck is going on? Am I gonna go to jail for watching this? This is, what is this? This is Kick.com, right? This isn't Live Leak. I thought it was on Live Leak. And actually, even they knew what was going on because Raja is telling them directly what he is going to do to Stu.
It didn't even hurt. It just pissed me off. And the shit pissed me off. And I'm gonna have to get him back. They said I can go in the ring and get it, Dad. I don't even know what I'm gonna do to him. Bro, my dad can't do shit. I'm gonna fake crash out. All right, bet. It's always been my dream to fuck up a pro wrestler for real. So I get it today. Am I really gonna fight him? Yeah, I'm gonna punch his ass for real. I don't believe in me getting disrespected too. I'm too nice. Bet. That shit was not staged. I'm telling you that right now. How many subs to knock him out? That's a good question. 50 subs to knock him out. If he hits me back for real, I don't give a fuck. I want him to. Y'all want me to teabag him? People think this shit's sweet. People think this shit's a fucking game. Hey, you're right, Joe. I gotta show him some form of respect. Then they don't train no goddamn martial arts. I'm really going to hit him, I'm telling you. What should I do, chat? Should I pick him up? Should I slam him first or hit him? W, if I should slam him first, I'm not fucking around. You don't think I can do it, Miggy? Bet. My dad can't never call me a bitch. Fuck this dude. Oh, you think he's stronger than me? All right, Suave, watch. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Suave. I bet you wouldn't be talking like this if you was in front of me, nigga. Chat, watch what I do.
So it sounds like he was trying to prove something to his chat, and more specifically his dad. His daddy? Like he said, my dad can't call me a bitch no more. And it's like, okay, but did you think about the other stuff you were going to get called by someone other than your dad who's obviously just calling you a bitch as a joke? Like, with the way society is right now, if you're black and you do something like this, there are people who are going to automatically assume that they get a free pass to be racist. Sure, it's not the right thing to do, but I mean, it's not like there isn't a reason for what they're saying. Like, it's not just blatant, unprovoked racism. He provoked it. But someone who is trying to stop all this racism from spreading is Raja's dad, Rampage Jackson. And what he doesn't realize is that the more he talks, the worse he's making his son look. One, because you weren't even there, you big dummy. Why the fuck are you trying to explain what happened when you weren't even there? And two, you keep trying to make it seem like what your son did wasn't a big deal when it actually is. Like in his first response, he says Raja was unexpectedly hit in the head by him moments before Smith's match, making it seem like Stu hit Raja, and then right after he's like, oh shit, I gotta get to the ring, but my bad about the beer can. Hey, I got you on the next beer. When really, it was hours before, and like I showed, he apologized on 3 separate occasions to make sure Raja knew that it was a mistake and that he was sorry. But then, Rampage went live on his Kick and talked about what happened, this time calling Stu stupid.
Raja didn't react, but Raja didn't fight though. He didn't do anything because I told Raja not to get punched, but still nigga hit my son over the head. And then he asked my son, you ain't gonna sell it? When you in pro wrestling, when you sell, it's like, cause that shit fake. MMA, we do real shit. And he said, you ain't gonna sell it? So when you don't sell, it make the other pro wrestler look bad, like he weak or something. But my son, he don't know nothing about that shit. So this motherfucker is that hit my son is stupid.
No, yeah, Psycho Stu's the stupid one for thinking someone backstage at a wrestling event was part of the show. Again, this guy wasn't even there, and he's trying to use what little brain power he has left to explain what he has no idea about. And he doesn't stop. He went live again to talk about this.
You know, it's hard for me to talk about it, but you know, I'm just keeping 100. You know, I feel bad about what happened to Psycho Stu. I don't condone what my son did, but you know what I'm saying, I wasn't there. I'm a father, so you know, I gotta have my son's back, but I'm gonna let justice, you know, play out, take its course. Ain't much I can do on that side, but be a father.
So you can tell that in between that first stream and this one, he realized that everything he said was bullshit and that him and his son are the only stupid ones in this situation. And yes, Rampage is part of this. Whatever he's been doing to his son emotionally, whether that be calling him a bitch over and over, Raja thought this was a perfect time to try to make that all stop. Only he didn't think any of this through, obviously. But you can tell that having your dad, who isn't even a good person himself, yeah, he's famous, but he's basically a scumbag, but having your dad ramble on about nonsense because he's not educated enough to find the right words to describe what he really wants to say is only going to make your life harder when you finally do say something. Like, look, Rampage tweeted out again. This is no more than a day ago. Say what you want about me, twist my words all you want. Hopefully none of your kids fuck up bad enough to have people judge your parenting. No shit! What? When it's all said and done, when justice takes place, no matter what happens, I'll still be a parent that loves all his kids. I'm allowed to complain about the racism. 2 human beings were involved in this incident. But hey, it's the internet. Be yourself. What the fuck do you mean 2 human beings were involved in this incident? You want to elaborate and say how one human being almost tried to kill the other one? One of those human beings is related to you? And nobody cares if you still love your kid or not. You're not the first parent to ever live. We know that a parent's love is unconditional, you fucking idiot. And imagine ending your tweet with a winky emoji, like this is all one big misunderstanding that's going to be cleared up. And I'm glad this isn't one of those times where people are actually defending the influencer. Like, whenever something like this happens, you'll always have that small group of fans who are defending the person no matter what. But for this, we all had a collective bargaining agreement to all hate this guy. Yeah, there's some people who didn't get the memo, but this guy did. But what makes this even worse for Raja, and he can't do anything about this unless he speaks up, but there are fighters, WWE to MMA, who are defending this guy. Like Chael Sonnen had his own delusional take about this.
Raja Jackson, Rampage's son. Now, let me just start out with a disclosure to you all that I know this young man, and I like him a lot. I want to preface that because I don't think that will interfere with my ability to tell you what happened here, but this is a wildly complicated situation. However, and again, I'm giving you my perception, but I watched this thing 20 times before I made this video to you guys. While they were very stiff shots, not what we would call a working shot, it did not appear that Raja had lost his temper. Now, this all has to do with a piece that I made and put out yesterday, Sunday, about Raja Jackson. And Joel even says to me, man, he's disgusted. I can hear it in his voice. I mean, I've known Joel 30 years. Like, he is legitimately disgusted with me. And he goes, I know why you did that. I know why you took his side. You were trying to be controversial and get clicks, but yeah, you're on the wrong side of this. It was an attempted murder. And he's going on and on. So I let Joel yell at me. And he's telling me, he said, that's an attempted murder. And I said, all right, Joel. I said very calmly like this, I'm acting this out for you. This just happened. I just hung up. I said, all right, Joel. I said, if I would have called the police from a payphone anonymously and told them that I saw you do that in a 7-Eleven parking lot, you would have been in handcuffs hours ago. He said, yeah, that's right where I belong. I said, oh, okay, but in this case, it's on video. The police are in possession of the video, and they have not made an arrest. That is the talking point. Attempting to understand why.
Now, I like Chael, but sometimes he needs to shut the fuck up. What the fuck do you mean, why? The police were already investigating what happened, and when half of the people are like, yeah, we let him get in the ring, and the other half are like, yeah, but we didn't want it to go that far, they aren't gonna do anything until they know exactly what went down. I mean, dog, there's a video from another angle where someone pinned Stu unconscious body like the match was still going on. Nobody knew what the hell was happening until it was too late, and even then they were still confused. You even got Mark Henry's dumbass trying to blame all this on Stu.
You know, I don't know the full story, but I do know what I saw, and it looked like he wasn't smart to what was going on, and the dude that was messing with him bit off more than he can chew.
Yeah, because when Stu did that, that meant he was ready for war. You didn't know it? When Stu does this, it means he's gonna rip your spine out Mortal Kombat style. I don't blame Raja for trying to defend himself. You need your spine to walk. But you get the point. Until Raja comes out and apologizes, and even then, with how many clips are coming out, and with how long he's actually taking to say something, there is nothing he can do that's gonna change anyone's mind. Like, I'd be surprised if Psycho Stu makes this one of those things where he's like, I can't stay mad at this guy, I'm all about forgiveness. Like, unless that happens, then I think Raja has ended his very short live streaming career. Thankfully though, Stu is conscious and able to actually take a picture where he isn't in a medically induced coma. Yeah guys, I don't have any more pre-recorded videos, so we're back to one video a day unless I say otherwise. Next Sunday is when the Bengals start playing, so we'll see what happens then. Until tomorrow, peace.